All right, our second and final example for reflections today is example 2, graphing reflections of a shape. Now, we're told in the first statement that triangle BCD has vertices B is at -3, 1, C is at -2, 5, and D is at -5, 4. So to make that statement true, I have to make that triangle exist first. So let me go ahead and graph it. B is at -3, 1, so beginning from the origin, I go left 3, up 1. C is at -2, 5, that's going to be left 2, up 5 from the origin. And D is -5, 4. So beginning at the origin again, I go 5 to the left and up 4. I'll go ahead and get a straight edge if I have one. Use my ID and connect these points. Now I also have to label them. So this was B, this was C, and this is D. Great, so now I have that first statement fulfilled. Graph triangle BCD and its image after a reflection over the x-axis. Well, the x-axis is right here. Here's y. So that means if my figure is above the x-axis, if I reflect it, then it's going to be below the x-axis. Just like our last example, all these vertices should be the same distance from my line of reflection. So let's go ahead and work on filling out the information over here on the left. And we begin with, since B is blank units blank the x-axis, well, B is 1 unit, and it's above the x-axis, then that means B prime is going to also be 1 unit, but instead of above, it's going to be the opposite, which is below. So now let me go ahead and draw all 3 points reflected. So B was above, so B prime was 1 below. So going to this line, point C was 5 units above, so point C prime will be 5 units below the x-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. D was 4 units above the x-axis, so D prime will be 4 units below. I'll go ahead and connect my points. Not sure where this green dot came from on my paper, but we'll just go ahead and ignore that. All right, now go ahead and label my points. This is B prime, this is C prime, and this is D prime. So now I've graphed the image of the reflection over the x-axis. I am then asked to name the coordinates of the vertices of B prime, C prime, and D prime. So let's go ahead and figure those out, which is easy to do now since I have my shape already constructed. B prime from the origin is 1, 2, 3 to the left. That's -3, down 1, -1. C prime was -2 spaces to the left and 5 down, so it's going to be -2, -5. And D prime is -5 to the left, -5 down, -4 down, because it's in the third quadrant, so I have 2 negatives. And if you've noticed, look at our beginning points, -3, +1, -3, -1, -2, +5, -2, -5. Notice the second number changed from positive to negative in all of my coordinates. That might be a little hint there on how you can do these a little faster. Go ahead now and attempt quick check number 2. You will have to create your own x and y axis, and then go ahead and do as it says here, create your triangle, graph its reflection, and then name all 3 coordinates exactly like we did above. Refer to the above example if you need help.